Hello everyone. Hi again, it's Oz here, and this is day 2 of our Watch Us Rank and Get Over 100 page 1 rankings. So yesterday we did the demo of the software, the SERPtech software, and surprise, surprise, there were over 80 URLs indexed, and some of them had already started popping on page 1. I wasn't expecting that. So I'm very excited to see what is going to happen today. So in addition to doing some more demos, we're also going to have learn how to monetize these page 1 rankings. So without any further ado, I'm going to hand over to Todd. Todd, are you there?
I'm here. I'm here. Thank you, Oz. I can hear you loud and clear. How do I sound?
You sound good as well. You sound good.
All right,
yeah,
great.
Please do a system check to make sure everybody can hear.
Right on. Hey, everybody. If you guys can hear me okay, give me some feedback in your chat box there. Let me know, who you are, where you're from. I always like to get a good gauge of the crowd to see what parts of the world you are visiting us from. Hello, Hayden. California. Right on. I am in Texas. We got Phil. I remember your name, Phil. You were here yesterday. From Toronto, Eugene from Virginia, Paul from California, welcome Paul. Dennis, how you doing? Dennis from Texas, I remember you. I'm already starting to see some familiar names from yesterday's demo. Rand from Michigan, cool. So let me ask you guys also, who was not on the webinar yesterday where we demonstrated how to use SERPtech? As you may recall, SERPtech, okay, we got a couple of me's on here, and I see a lot of familiar names that were here yesterday, so that's good. So just to give you a little bit of background from yesterday for those of you that weren't here, we actually registered a brand new domain. We installed WordPress on it. We installed, I think, a total of 4 plugins. So setup is real quick and easy on that. And then we used the SERPtech plugin from yesterday and built a site. Built a site with, I think, around 40 posts, somewhere around there. We went after wedding photography in the area surrounding Calgary and all of its suburbs, because that's a pretty competitive niche and pays a lot. If you've ever had any professional photography done, then you know that it's not cheap. So that's a good niche to go after for some good coin there. So we built a site. We targeted Calgary. And at the end of the webinar, we took a little sneak peek to see how we were indexing and to see, just a little bit about how it was doing. And we were looking pretty good. We had over 90 URLs indexed yesterday at the end of the webinar. And we actually peaked at a couple of #1 rankings, so that was pretty promising. So what we're going to do today is we're going to dive back into that build and that site and check some of the keywords that we were targeting and some of the surrounding areas and all of that to see exactly how well or how bad this has been performing over the last 24 hours. And then shortly after that, we're going to get into how to monetize these rankings that we get. And for that, we use a piece of software, as you see on your screen now, called Local Supremacy. And what that software is going to allow us to do is monetize these sites. And we'll just get into that when we get into it. So is everybody ready to get started? All right, yeah, I know you guys are. I know I'm anxious too to see what kind of results we got and then how we're going to monetize these. So let me start introducing our other webinar organizers here. First of all, we have Mr. Jason on the line. He is the developer of SERPtech, and I just wanted to make sure that everyone can hear him okay. Jason, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Great to have you here. Great to have you. I know it's late over there in the UK right now, but hour and a half here, and we'll be all done. Thank you for joining. We also have Mr. Stephen Vanderpile. Stephen, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, mate.
Hey, Stephen. There's Stephen. Stephen has just landed in another part of the world. He went to the southern hemisphere this time, down in Lima, Peru. So he's down there exploring. I don't think he's the first time there. Stephen, you've been there before?
Yeah, I've lived here before for a while.
All right, just back for more. How long are you going to be there?
At least a month, and I'll see what happens after.
Right on, right on. Cool. Well, safe travels down there, my friend, and send lots of pictures. We want to see pictures.
All right, will do.
Okay, so that's Stephen, and he is the developer for the software Local Supremacy. And we're going to be hearing a lot from Stephen here shortly. And also, we have, of course, on the call is Mr. Herc Magnus. Herc, can you hear me?
Yep.
Right on, right on. That's Herc. Now he's about to take over the screen here and start the presentation on all of the SERPtech findings from yesterday, and then we're going to get right into local supremacy. All right, so Herc, I guess you're up, my man. Let's get to it.
All right. I just hear my computer screaming a little bit in the fan, so I'm just, as you see the screen flickering, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to close down extra resources here. So let me kill Skype. You hog, you. All right, guys, so the site we built yesterday, this was it right here, cowtownshoots.pro. It wasn't actually just wedding photography. It was all kinds of different photographers. It was wedding. You can see here corporate photography, band photographers, all kinds of photographers. They're expensive. Wedding photography obviously being the premier one, but I guess engagement shoots are pretty good too, and band photographers. I know I'm in a band and they charge like $1,000 for a good shoot. So we targeted photographers because it's a very valuable thing for a photographer to have a website ranking on the first page of Google, not for one keyword in one spot, but for many, many keywords, for many, many spots, for many, many types of different photography. So that's why we targeted that. And we targeted the Calgary area based on maps, okay? So I'll just do a quick review here. So if I go to maps.google, all right, we'll fly up to Canada here. Okay, Calgary is a big old city of about 1.2 million people. Lots of population, lots of searches going on. Here we go. All right, and we targeted like these cities area, Airdrie, Cochrane, Okotoks, all these cities around Calgary, but we also targeted all the suburbs of Calgary. So basically we were trying to blanket the entire city with our build so that no matter what people were searching for in and around Calgary, when it had to do with photography, we're trying to rank. And you guys saw late on the webinar, if you were there, we had about 100, I think it was 90 maybe pages indexed, and now we're up to 134. Now typically I'll tell you this, it should be a lot higher, but we asked people on the webinar, please do not check site:/cowtownshoots.pro because it can affect the build. And apparently, people are excited on the webinar, so I think it was checked quite a bit by people anyways, monkey see, monkey do, and I went and checked it against my own advice, and I guess a bunch of other people did. So we only got 134 URLs indexed in the last 24 hours, but the good news is it doesn't really seem to have mattered too much. That number is going to go up over the next few days. And do you guys want to see the rankings? Give me a 1 if you'd like to see. I put 550 keywords into my rank tracker. Do you guys want to see those? Let's see some 1s. I want to see 131 1s, and then I'll show you the rankings. All right, no, I'll just get to the rankings. Here it is, okay? Let me scroll back up to the top because you can see there's obviously a lot. Quick stats, guys. cowtownshoots.pro is the site we built and registered and built yesterday live on the webinar. Got 90 pages indexed really, really quickly and within 8 minutes. It's been about 24 hours now. 533 terms is what we're tracking. Okay, that doesn't mean that that's everything. That just means we're tracking these 533 keywords for the site. So we kind of multiply the keywords that we're going after times the cities that we're going after, so we can see where each keyword appears for each city. Now here's the cool thing. Out of the 533 terms that we are in fact tracking, 158 of them are #1 in Google in 24 hours. We have 158 #1 rankings from a brand new domain that cost us 88 cents. It took us 30 minutes to build. 24 hours later, we have 158, but it goes further. We have an additional 53 that are in the top 3, putting us over 200 in the top 3. And we have an additional 116 in the top 10, meaning we have over 300 keywords on the first page of Google. And over half of the keywords that we're targeting are on the first page of Google. The other 68 and 74 are top 20 or somewhere in the top 100. So if we just start scrolling through them, you can see we got a bunch of baby photographer keywords. Here's our band photographer keywords showing up, and these are all #1s, bar mitzvah and bat mitzvah photographers, birthday photographers, we're still in the #1s, car photographers, we're still in the #1s, corporate photographers, we're still in the #1s, engagement photography, we're getting really expensive here. Engagement photo shoots are not cheap for a lot of people. We're still in the #1s, event photographies, still in the #1s, family photographers, still in the #1s. It just goes on and on and on and on. So give me a 2 if that's pretty damn impressive for being able to rank a site in 24 hours. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, you guys totally get it. Now, what we've built ourselves here, guys, is an asset. Okay? We've put a site on Google, and actually let's do this. Let's look at Google, okay? Okay. Now, here's the cool thing. #1, #2. Let's look at a different keyword. Okay, we're looking for Cowtown shoots, #1, #2. Okay, let's go look at baby photographers in Falcon Ridge. It's where all the rich people in Calgary live. No, I don't know. I'm just kidding. They might. Okay, Cowtown shoots, #1, #2. Okay, we're not just #1. Not just ranking #1 for these keywords. I don't know. Let's do this one. So that's real, actual proof, guys, that this is in Google, #1, #2. So we're not even just ranking #1. We're ranking. Are you guys not seeing my screen? I just saw one comment.
No, it's fine. I can see it just fine.
Okay. Maybe exit and restart the webinar, Lanra, and you'll get back in. So we're not just ranking #1 for these keywords, guys. Not only do we have, the 100 and whatever keywords showing as #1, but we're ranking a whole shit ton of those #1 and #2. So what we've done in 24 hours is we've built a highly sought after sellable asset. So now we can go after other photographers in the niche. Okay, so this old Bella baby photographer here, she used to probably have the top 2 spots. Well, we knocked her down a peg or 2, and now we do. And this became a huge asset because not only this Bella baby photographer lady might, be like, come by today and check her rankings for photography and be like, oh, I was #1 and #2, but now I'm not. These guys are, and they weren't there yesterday. But then she might go look at other types of photography and see that we're there as well. She'd be like, holy shit, this Cowtown shoots literally wasn't anywhere to be found yesterday, and now they're all over Calgary. They're all over the entire city. They're not just ranking for baby, they're ranking for bridal, they're ranking for all this stuff, right? So we have now something to sell, and it's an easy sell because we could go to people and say, look, do you want this site? You don't have to say, look, I'll like the old traditional method of SEO, guys, was client SEO, right? You start picking up the phone or whatever, and you start calling people, and you be like, hey, I own an SEO agency, and I promise, give me some money today, and 3 to 6 months from now, we'll have you a result for your top 5 keywords, right? That was like the traditional SEO approach. But now what we can do is call people and say, like, look, I'm ranking for over 500 keywords, #1, #2, all over Calgary for a whole bunch of photographer keywords. You're not selling a promise anymore. This is called a USP, a unique selling position. Okay, because when these companies are getting their phone calls from other SEOs, what do you think those SEOs are selling? Right? They're selling their SEO services for whatever, and they're all saying the same thing. Give us 3 to 6 months and $2,000 a month or $1,000 a month or whatever their pricing is, and we'll get you a result. But when you approach people, if that's what you want to do, we'll show you a couple different ways of doing things. But when you approach them, you don't say anything but, look, I'm already there. The results are already done. If you would like to take advantage of the results I've already got right now, you'll be able to do that. So that is where local supremacy comes in, the software developed by Steven. So step one was get the rankings. Step two is you need a tool to be able to sell the rankings. Now, I have a question. Before I get into showing you guys how local supremacy works, I want to ask you guys a question. Give me a one if you hate picking up the phone, or you hate cold calling people to sell SEO services, if you don't like selling process, if you know what I mean, you don't like the sales process, you're not a comfortable person to do sales, that's not you, okay? Yeah, and I see a whole bunch of them coming in here. Yeah, root canal, exactly. It's painful. There's a lot of times where people will come back at you and say, you know, show me a portfolio, show me what you've done in SEO so far, and maybe you don't have a portfolio, maybe you're just getting started. And really what they're doing there, guys, is they're just trying to gauge whether you're worth what you say you're worth, you know, based on past results that you've got. But if you guys have a site like this and you start cold calling, and we'll show you how to not do that, but if you did cold call someone and they say, send me a portfolio, and you could say, well, how about I send you this? How about I send you 500, a keyword ranking report of 500 keywords with 300 of them on the first page? Is that a good enough portfolio for you? Does it show that I know what I'm doing? You position yourself instantly as an absolute professional in what you do. They no longer want to see your portfolio, especially if they're photographers. You'd be like, look, you're a Calgary photographer, and I own probably the most dominant Calgary photography website in Calgary and surrounding areas. Portfolio out the window. They don't give a shit about that anymore, because I'll tell you this. If people can see a result, it doesn't matter how you got the result anymore. They want the result, right? They don't care about your portfolio or your past history. They see something like this and they're just fixated. They know the value of what you're showing them. So let me show you guys a couple things. I'm going to show you 4 ways, okay, that we can use this software. This is called local supremacy. This is the software that we're going to use. I'm going to show you 4 ways that you guys can use this to monetize the rankings that you get from SERPtech, okay? And the first way is for all the people that gave me a 1. You're for all the people I don't want to call people, I don't want to contact people, I don't like the sales process, okay? And you can call it being lazy, or you can call it being uncomfortable, whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. But what you're going to do is you're going to stick honey out on the fly or whatever. The fly, you're going to attract the fly to the honey, right? You're going to have people come to you. So here's how it's going to work, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take your Cowtown Shoots site, okay, and you're going to take it into local supremacy, and you're going to create something called an asset, okay? So what you're going to do is add a site, and we're going to name our asset Cowtown Shoots, okay? I'll just get rid of the pro here. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to fill out the URL to be added to our asset. Okay, we're going to add this site as an asset. Okay, and then I'm going to go, my mom might get this backwards. Steven, star comma or comma star? How many times do I have to ask you this?
About 99 more times, I
99?
think. But yeah, you're doing it right.
Okay, that's all we're going to do. Don't worry about what that means too much, guys. It just means, what this basically says is every page on the site, okay? That's all this fancy code means. Every page on the site. So we're going to add this asset, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to set it to an overlay, okay? And then we're going to go to what's called our funnel, okay? And we're going to select that wildcard URL, meaning everything on the site, and we're going to do a pop-up ad, okay? And then we're going to create a funnel. Now we're going to select, now we're back, and now we're editing the pop-up ad, okay? We're going to create a new ad, and we're going to edit it. All right, now it's going to load an editor. Now what we're going to do is we're going to just choose from a list of templates that we got for pop-ups, okay? And I'm going to do this mini trial pop-up, this one. We have a bunch of different types, but I'm going to use this one, okay? And all I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it over here, and you can see what it's going to look like. It's going to ask for a name, an email, and a phone number, and a website, and say that this website is for rent. So now I'm going to publish that pop-up, okay? And then we're going to leave that ad delay timer on 0. Excuse me. So once that's done, now what happens, okay, let's say I'm Depoy Studios or I'm Willow and Wolf Studios, okay, I'm some type of photographer in Calgary. Now, typically, guys, when you own a business and you have a website, you probably know about SEO. You probably want to rank on the top of Google. You probably know where you rank in Google because you're a smart business owner. You don't think for a second that Nicole Sarah Photography knows that she's #1 for this term for Calgary wedding photographer? She knows, okay? She absolutely knows that. And when she's out there searching one day, and maybe she comes across one of these sites and does a search for baby photographer in Falconridge, okay? Or one of her or the other million photography business like Bella Baby and all these other ladies, Kevin Bridge or whatever, and they see you there, what they'll do is they'll click on your site. They'll be like, oh, I didn't really see them yesterday. Well, they're there today, and they check out their competition, right? So what happens when they check, oh, I'm logged in. I'm not supposed to be logged in because the user wouldn't be logged in. Steven, you're supposed to remind me of that. So let's go back to that page. So they click through to Google and they get to your site. Okay. Now I'll just refresh the page because it was logged in. Did I forget to save a step? Let me get back over here. Just checking that I did this right. So we have cowtownshoots.pro overlay, rent me funnel. We have a pop-up ad. We have our pop-up ad. Did I save it? Okay. I love looking like a fool on a webinar. It's my funnest. Did you see anything I did wrong there, Steve?
No, but it's all a little small on my mini screen right now. I'm checking it. Just...
Okay, yeah, let me check one more time, guys. I apologize about this. I'm just going to go back and do this again. Because what we're going to do, guys, is, oh, Phil's telling me I'm spelling Cowtown Shoots in the name of the assets. I spelt it wrong, he said. Good eye. Let me go see. All assets. Cowtown Shoots. Well, that's just the name of the asset, so that part doesn't quite matter. Let me just delete it and start over again because I might have missed a step. And it'll show you, it'll give you guys a little bit more of a demo. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to take this again. I'm going to add the URL. Let's be very careful here. Let's actually grab the copy and paste the URL. Okay, cowtownshoots.pro. Star, comma, right? This is where I think.
Right.
Right there? And then backslash?
No. Yeah, backslash. Don't forget to add that.
I might have forgotten that. Okay, let's do this again. Okay, there we go. Now we'll go to the funnel. Oh, let me make sure the smart tag is hooked up. Okay. Good. We're going to do this again real quick. We're going to take that URL. We're going to take a pop-up and we're going to create a funnel. We're going to create a new ad. We're going to edit the ad. We're going to do the pop-up, the mini trial, and we'll drag it over. Drag it over, there we go. Click publish. Okay, and save. All right, let's try this again. There we go. There, now I did it right. I must have done something wrong. So let me just back up and get a little bit so I can refresh your guys' mind. So imagine that these companies, okay, so what we're trying to do is attract the fly to the honey. You don't want to sell. So these companies, they know where they rank. So they come along and they see your site ranking and they click on it. And this is what happens. They see this pop-up come up saying this website is for rent. Now, they're probably likely, you know, not everybody's going to be interested, but some people are going to be like, wow, this site is ranking #1 all over the place. I keep seeing it everywhere as I'm checking my website's ranking and where's my business ranking. And they see this, and eventually it's going to wear down on them, and they're going to say, okay, I want to see what this is about, okay? So they're going to fill in their name, Sarah, and her best email is sarah@sarahsbiz.com, okay? And she'll fill out her phone number, 777-777-7777, and she'll fill out her website. So let's say it was Nicole Sarah, Okay, we'll grab her URL. Okay, and we'll pop it in as if we were actually Sarah. Okay, so there we've put in your URL. Now we're going to click show me how it works. Now I'm Sarah. Okay, so I'm very curious. And she says your 5-minute live demo is starting now, and it refreshes, and all of a sudden she sees this now, where she saw the for rent sign for once. Now she sees this nice thing. First of all, it's her site. She sees her site here now. Okay, and look at the URL up here. She's still on cowtownshoots.pro, but she's now seeing her own site. And looking good, right, Sarah? Time to make it more permanent. And before your competition does, click here to get all the details. And she has a 5-minute timer that's counting down, and it obviously shows her that, look, this is what we're going to do for you. We're going to overlay your site onto our rankings. Okay, you're going to instantly take over our rankings. Now, this orange button can do a bunch of different things. Okay, you can have it click to wherever you want in local supremacy. You can have it go straight to a PayPal recurring subscription button. $250 a month, you send her straight to your PayPal to rent it. You can have it go to like a sales page, like a second step. So she'll click this, it'll go to a sales page, and we have templates for sales pages that explains what's happening. Say, listen, Sarah, what just happened is I'm a great SEO and I'm ranking all over the damn place, and here's a link to my rankings. Here's what I'm actually ranking. Okay, and what's happening is I'd like to rent you this site, okay, for $500 a month or $1,000 a month or whatever you choose to rent the site out for. It's your choice, right? You could set a price, and the sales page would explain that all to her, and then it can lead to the PayPal button. Okay, so this is the way, guys, for all you lazy salespeople to use SERPtech to go out there and get entire rankings in not only just a single city, but you can do this in multiple cities across multiple states. Okay, like the asbestos site that I showed you in the first webinar. If you missed it, definitely watch the replay of the first webinar. We showed a lot more results of a lot more sites. This is the easy way for you guys that hate selling to go out there, get rankings like an absolute boss, throw up a lead gen trial pop-up bar on it, and let that do the selling for you. Now, the nice feature is this can go all the way from, you know, you build the site, rank the site, you throw up the lead trial bar on it, someone comes in, fills it out, clicks the button, buys the site, rents it off you, the money gets deposited into your PayPal account, it creates a recurring subscription, and you never ever talk to a single person even once. Okay, that's the lazy salesperson approach for the rank and rent method. Okay, so now that's method 1. We're going to show you method 2. Now, give me a 1 if you guys are pretty confident in your sales skills, like you know what you're doing. You know how to pick up the phone, and you know how to call people, and you know how to sell. Give me a 1 if that's you. Let me see all the badass salespeople in here. Good. Awesome. So this one's for you guys, okay? We're going to change up what we did here. Okay, so we're going to go back to our assets, and we're going to set it up in a little bit of a different way. Okay, so we're going to keep that. We're going to delete the attract the fly to honey method. Okay, and now we're going to change it up. We're going to grab this, let's say, what we're going to do now is we're really going to go after someone that we know is ranking and spending money. So these companies, Willow and Wolf, Depoy Studios, Kevin's Stenhouse, let's use this guy. We know this guy is spending money. We know he's a photographer, okay, in Calgary. We know even these guys like the 3-pack, but these ones are the best ones to go for because we know they're spending money. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pick one, and we're going to actually target them because we're good salespeople, right? And we know what we're doing. So we're going to actually target them. So I'm going to grab his URL, and this time when I set it up, okay, we're going to do add our new page. So we'll set that up the same way. Star, comma, backslash, not number 8. You got to press the shift key.
I was just going to say that.
Okay, same thing there, guys. All that means is every page on the site, we want every page on the site to be overlaid, okay? And we're going to choose the overlay page, and then we're going to go to the Rent Me funnel, and we're going to select every page on the site, and we're going to select, instead of pop-up ad, we're going to actually select overlay here, okay? And we're going to create the funnel. Now it's going to ask us, what site do you want to overlay? So we're going to go back to our target here. We're going to be like, all right, I'm going after Mr. Kevin's townhouse or whatever his name is. We're going after him. I want to impress him. Okay, by the first time I contact him, I want him to be very, very impressed. Okay, so we're going to do this. I think it's, hopefully he's, maybe I should check his site just to make sure it's, I don't grab the full URL so I don't make mistakes and look like a fool on the webinar. Okay, here's Kevin. Here's Kevin's actual site. I don't know what that's all about. So we're going to grab his URL, his real URL, okay, and we're going to say that's what we want to overlay. Okay, so I'm going to click Save. Okay, we're done. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we'll go grab this and we'll go to Google and we'll search it. And there's Cowtown Shoots. We'll click on it. And notice how it changed. Remember before it was that girl Sarah's site, but now it's not a trial anymore. It's just Kevin's Stenhouse photography site. It's just his site, straight up. Okay. So now what we can do is we can go through and contact this guy, grab this link to show him, and say, listen, I actually am ranking all over Calgary for all kinds of photography keywords, for all kinds of services, and I actually put your site there on all my rankings. I would love for you to take a look. Okay, so you can structure that sales pitch any way you want, okay? But one thing you're approaching them with that's different than everybody else in the world, everyone else is trying to sell a promise. I promise I can do better for you than what you're already doing. And then here you come along looking totally different by saying, look, I'm not trying to sell you a promise. I already rank. You're showing them this. You're saying, look, I know you're a photographer in the Edmonton or the Calgary area, and I just want to show you my site because it's ranking like a boss. It's got 500 keywords or 300 keywords on the first page. And I've already put your site there. I've already given you all these rankings. I've already given you these rankings. Now, is he going to pay attention to listening to more? You know, if you say, I'd like to talk to you more about this. Do you think he would pay attention if you've already given him the result? You're like, look, you now have 300 at least new positions on the first page of Google with your site. It's already done. The work's already done. It's instant, right? He's going to listen to you. So this is method 2, guys. This is called the overlay and the more aggressive approach. It's putting yourself in a USP, a unique selling position, to go out and sell an actual result. The work's already done, which is so impressive to clients, right? It's just so impressive. You can show him what you're ranking for. You can show him that he's already taken those rankings, and then you can open up negotiations and sell the site or rent the site or sell the leads for whatever you want, right? Okay, and that's a great question that DK just asked. He said, won't Googlebot see this? And we're going to cover that, but no, Googlebot doesn't see that. But we'll cover that in a little bit. So I want to go on to method 3, okay? This is the third method. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to go back to our assets, and we're going to delete it. I'm going to go in there. Okay, let's close these down so I just don't lose my place. Okay, let's delete this one. Okay, grab our URL again. And we're going to put it in again. Star, comma, slash, okay, add a new page, perfect. We're going to go to the Rent Me funnel, choose our URL, every page on the site, and this one we're going to do, where was that skin setting? I think it was over here maybe.
You can't use this a wildcard for skins, remember?
Oh, Jesus, sorry, right, let's start over. And the reason you guys hear Steven talking in the background, that's Steven's voice. He's actually the developer of this software. He knows it inside and out. So we always have him on the call for when I make my screw-ups that he can correct me. Okay, so this is method 3, guys. Here's what we're going to do. Here we're going to select page editor instead of overlay, okay? And then we're going to go to the Rent Me funnel. I think that's all we have to do on that one, right? Skin. Okay, so on this one we're going to choose, we did pop-up ad first, we did overlay second, sales page was kind of what I was talking to you guys about when you want to have, instead of sending someone right to a PayPal button, you can send them to a sales page. That's what that is. This one is skin. Okay, we're going to create a funnel, and I want you to take note of what the site looks like. This is the actual site, right, called cowtownshoots.pro. Now let me kind of preface this. there's two scenarios here. This could be the site that you built, okay? This could be our site that we built, and we want to rent it out to a client, or we want to, you know, maybe we have, the other scenario would be that this is a client. Let's say it is a client, and your client's telling you, you're working with this client, and they're like, you know, I'm not getting any calls from my site, and you're trying to tell them that you think the conversion elements of their site suck, but they're like, no, they don't. I love my site, and you're like, look, I want the ability to prove it to you. Because I'm an SEO specialist, I know about conversions, but they don't want you to touch their site, okay, because they're hard asses and they don't want you to screw anything up. So what you can do, let's say that this was a client site that you were working with, okay, cowtownshoots.pro. Take notice of what we have here, Cowtown Shoots, home, okay. Here, I'm going to name the skin Cowtown, short, it's kind of slang for Calgary. We'll just name the skin, and then we're going to click Edit Skin. Okay, of the client site. I'm saying that with my fingers in the quotation. This is now the client site, for instance. So now you can see it's loaded the site actually inside of Local Supremacy, the software that you guys are going to get. It's loaded in there already, okay? So now what we can do is say, oh, well, you know, I think that your elements suck because you don't have a phone number on the page. So what you're going to do is we're gonna edit this, okay? No, I don't want to use HTML editor. And just watch what happens here, guys, when I do this. Oh, Jesus, I keep clicking wrong. I just want to click in.
Read on what you're clicking, man.
Edit HTML. Well, I want to do that nice little one. I forget what it's called, though.
Yeah, but you're selecting the href right now. Select a div or a P, and then it works.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Edit. Thank you.
Yes.
All right, there we go. So now we're working in the title. So you say your conversion element sucks because people don't know what your site's about. So we're going to add event photographer in Calgary, and then down on here, okay, we're going to change Cowtown Shoots since it was already changing. And say, well, you know, you guys, you don't really have your phone number. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this to a phone number, and this would be a call tracking number that you guys control. Okay, so that the leads are coming through you to the client, and you're going to say, well, people typically don't want to see home, so we're not going to do the home. We're going to call this best photographer in Calgary, whatever it is, whatever the conversion element that you want to change is. So now, here's the page the way it actually is. Here's your client site that you're trying to convince them that it sucks for a bunch of reasons, and they don't want to let you change anything. So what you can do is put the tag on their site. Okay, now I'm going to reload the page based on what you guys just saw me do. I'm pressing refresh to reload the page. Oh.
Did you publish already? I don't think you did.
Oh yeah, I forgot to press the green straight button up here. There we go. So now we'll refresh the page. And I have them side by side here, guys. Here's what your client site actually is, okay? But here's what it is when you guys come in and they don't want you to change any elements on your site, but you can still do it. Now here's what the site actually looks like now. Even though nothing's changed, you're now displaying conversion elements, right? And that's called skinning. Okay, and as far as I know, guys, nobody else in the industry has a software that has this included in it for this purpose, right? And Steven's a developer, so he's very, very aware of all the other softwares that can do similar things. But as far, Steven, do you know of any other one that can do it like you do on local?
100% that nobody in this kind of sense is using it. So if anybody is a little bit interested in the technology behind it, basically this works on A/B testing engines. We just completely recreated an A/B engine like VWO or Optimizely, and we are using that in this sense of renting out your website where people can just edit specific elements on the website to make sure the leads that the website generates go to the local business that is renting your website. I hope that's clear.
Yeah, the other I kind of started with two examples and then went into the client example. The other example, guys, could be where Cowtown Shoots is the site that you own, okay? And you say you want to rent it out to a certain client, so you just go in and change the phone number for that client, and then if that client ever decides to drop you, you can go in and rebrand the entire site. You can rebrand the look of it and the phone number, the call tracking numbers, and all that stuff to another client and just rebrand it that way. So there's a bunch of different options that you guys can use with skinning technology. And remember, that's only the third method. The first one was the attract the honey to fly method for the lazy salespeople. The second one was overlaying someone else's site right away and going after them and showing them the results that you got. Both are giving you a unique selling proposition. This one is skinning for once you have some clients, okay, and you want to work with clients and show them how much more you can do. They're already in love with you, okay, when they come to you, because you're so different than everyone else in that you're getting more rankings, you're getting better rankings, you're doing it faster, you're proving yourself. But then once they are clients, you have more tools available to you at your disposal to take things to the next level. So these guys are looking at you like you're just an absolute beast. You're an absolute pro at what you do because of the software that you own, but they don't necessarily need to know about that, right? They just look at you and be like, dude, how do you do all this stuff? And it's just awesome. So there's one more thing that we can do, guys, that is very, very unique in local supremacy as far as giving you guys the ability to rent out specific things to these businesses. And I'm actually going to let Steven take the screen and display this last one for you, but it's super, super awesome. So I'm going to pass this one over to Steven.
Yep, just shoot me over the screen.
Okay, there you go.
All right. Can everybody see my screen? And please be my narrator a little bit, Herc. I can't see any of the comments because I'm on my small screen.
Yeah, they're all good. They can see it.
All right, cool. So first of all, let me go to manage my assets. As you can see over here, there's a whole bunch of assets, but right now what I'm going to want to show you is some YouTube assets. So in our software, our fourth method, we have an option for you to start renting out your YouTube videos, your high-ranking YouTube videos. As you might or might not know, ranking YouTube videos is actually a little bit easier still, besides the fact that SERPtech makes it incredibly easy for websites as well, obviously. But ranking YouTube videos is very powerful as well, as I'm sure you all know, or should know at least, that YouTube is the second biggest search engine in the world right now. And obviously also for local search terms, it's incredibly powerful because there's actually little competition in people who do YouTube videos for local. So I'll just go into an example here. I'll pick the first one, and I'll show you kind of what's happening here. So basically, normally what you do is you take the URL. Let me just copy URL, and you go to add YouTube asset, and then you'll add the URL here and then add video, and you can choose as many accounts, many channels as you want for your YouTube, and also as many YouTube accounts, so you can use different ones and then just keep adding them. Normally you would, after clicking the video, you'll be sent to YouTube. You'll just have to give the system access to access your YouTube video, and then you'll be sent back to this view over here, this page. So after it's added, it's pulled in the title and all kinds of information, and normally it would look like this. So there's four options here, and I want to just go over that with you guys. So the first one here is render can edit video description. That's the most important one. That's also the one we recommend, so we turn that one on. Then the second option is here, render can add video tags. I don't think it adds a super lot of value, but if you render once, you can turn it on. But you know, for now, we'll just leave it off. And then there's the captioning tool. I'll get into that in a bit, because it's really powerful as well. And then you can also turn on and off the render can edit the video title. It says not recommended over here, simply because the fact that if you let your render edit the video title, it can tank your video rankings. The video title is incredibly important. So that's why we don't recommend it. And the same goes kind of for your video description. Description is obviously also important, but we thought about something of that, which I'm going to show you right now. So I'm just going to save, and then after saving, both these tools are now visible. So first, let's have a look at the video description settings. All right, so I'm going to quickly deselect here. So what it did, it pulled in the video description of this particular video. That's how it looks on, if you go to this. All right, let's open it up quickly. All right, pause it. It's already in the system, so obviously it looks a little bit different here. I'll show you why that is in a bit. But basically, this is the text over here, and you'll see that over here as well. So to control what your renter is able to edit all you need to do is select text. So I want the renter to be able to edit this line. So as you can see, the text here changes to green. And anything you select, so it doesn't have to be 2 lines following each other. It can also just be, you know, this part here or whatever. Like normally, what would you do is you would include a call to action in the first 2 lines of the video description, because that's the one that's always visible, right? So if you do show less, first 2 lines, that's what's visible. So that's kind of your prime real estate for your video right there. So and often a lot of videos will have their URL in there, and then you can allow the renter of your video to only edit the URL in that part, so that he can change it out with his own URL, so he can lead the leads from that video to his business. And when you're done, you just hit Save Changes, and that's it. So whenever a customer rents this video, he's gonna only be able to edit the parts in green. And that's how you control that your renter is not going to screw up your rankings, and that is very specific, and you're 100% in control. All right, so moving over to the caption tool settings. You might or might not know caption tools. The captioning is a really big and often forgotten ranking factor. So I'm sure you know that YouTube automatically creates closed captioning for each video with audio in it. However, it's not perfect. It comes pretty close. Their artificial intelligence is pretty damn good, but it's often, like, exactly for the terms that are most important, your keywords, they might get it wrong. So it's very important for you to get in there and make sure the closed captioning is perfect, because that's the text Google is using to show the results in the search engines. So that makes it just completely, utterly vital, basically. So you can use this tool here, the closed caption tool, to change anything and then just push it back to YouTube. However, YouTube has their own tool for changing closed captions as well. And well, I'm not going to sit here and pretend this tool that I created is better and easier to use, because, you know, the stuff that YouTube does is pretty powerful as well. But you can edit it right here as well, and then just push the updates to YouTube, and then they will use that one. However, the really important and powerful feature in this particular tool here is you can lock and unlock your caption blocks. So a block is just as a start time and an ending time, and it displays a bunch of text, right? So what you can do is unlock and lock it. So when you click these buttons, you unlock and lock it. So what does that mean? So if you unlock a block, so when it's green, that means your renter, the renter of the video, can edit this particular block. So why would they do that? Well, they can add their own call to action in your video. So for example, they could say, call us now at 555-777-888. Do you guys see the power of that? You can actually have your renters change your call to actions inside the video. Now, one thing I need to mention with this, closed caption isn't on for everybody. So a viewer of the video needs to actually turn on the closed caption. That's the small button over here. And once they turn it on for one video, it will be automatically turned on for every video on whole YouTube they watch. There used to be a trick where we could turn it on automatically always, but that doesn't work anymore, unfortunately. But still, it is a powerful way, especially when you're thinking about branching out into different languages as well. So you can have an English video and then put over like an annotation. This video has closed captioning in Spanish, for example, and then well, everybody that's Spanish will turn on the closed caption, and then you can have more leads going from your video towards your renter. And then, so that's it for the captioning tool. So how to rent it out the easy way. We also do have a Rent Me funnel. Obviously, because it's on YouTube, we can go ahead and show pop-ups on YouTube. That will be completely impossible, of course. But we do still have the option to kind of entice people to rent your video. So that's kind of what you're already seeing here. So there's a funnel already active with 2 steps. So step 1 is your video description. Like I mentioned, the video description, the first 2 lines, that's your real estate, your prime real estate. And what happened here is it now says rent this video, more information, and then there's an automatic link inserted, which is the sales page we created in the funnel. And let me just quickly click on that so you can see that as well. And that's just the sales page, the YouTube URL, the asset you're selling basically here or renting out is inserted automatically, and this is just the whole page. And with everything, as with everything in local supremacy, you can edit all this, right? So you can edit all the text, edit here, all these text, the images. This is just the basic. This is one of the templates that is available in the system, and basically when they click here, or even here, this button also works. You'll send them directly to PayPal, and it says here site rent terms $500 for each month for 12 installments. So that's for 1 year rent contract basically. So that's the funnel. That is a possible funnel. So what happens here, the real estate is used. It has a temporarily message, rent this video, more information, and a link. And whenever somebody rents it from you, they can go in and just edit the text as part of what is shown over here. That and that. Okay, so I hope that was clear. Herc, if you've seen any questions that people really want answered, just let me know, and otherwise you can take over the screen again.
Okay, I did see questions, but what do you guys think of the YouTube? That's number 4. We showed you 4 awesome ways that you can use local to monetize. Yeah, there's a question for you. Are you Dutch?
No, how did you guess that?
Eddie Casper's picked up. Let me see. Let me grab the screen again. Okay. Because he's Dutch.
Yes, I am.
Okay, I saw one question back here that I wanted to go over. Okay, John, you asked if we can generate a sales page. He wanted to see the sales page in the middle, so I set that up for you while Stephen was showing his thing. So I'll just show you what I did to set it up as another option. It's kind of nice actually, so I'm glad you asked that. So what we did is we used the second step. Okay, so see here where it says step 1, and then you can actually add another step. So step 1 was the pop-up, and then step 2 I wanted to go to a sales page. So I'll show you guys that. So the pop-up already happened, and I just used my own blog, hercmagnus.com. So they got back to this. They filled out their information, and now, like I said, you can go to you can go straight to a PayPal button, or you can go to a sales page. So I loaded one of the sales page demos, and it's a template. So when they click on it, you can see here, Cowtownshoots.pro guaranteed search engine rankings for a fraction of the cost. And then it goes on to just talk about stuff that you can edit all this to say whatever you want, but it's a pro-looking sales page, right? And it gives them a breakdown of what exactly it is that's going on. And then when they click here to rent before their competitors do, it takes them straight to your PayPal recurring subscription button. So I set it for $1,000 a month. So I can literally leave that up there, and eventually somebody would come along and rent it out. If they like the price, they could buy it. If it wasn't selling, I could lower the price. Or there's just so many things you can do, right? It's just we're really giving you the options to be able to do things in as many different ways as you want, whether you're not a great salesman or you are, or whether you want to rent something out for cheap or expensive. It doesn't matter. You have the option and the tool to be able to do that. The other thing I didn't show you guys is these leads. So you can see here, I filled in the lead, so I just set that up, and it collected the lead for me. So as people are coming through for those mini trial pop-ups and the mini bars, you can do mini boxes, like a mini box in the middle site, or you can do a bar on the bottom or a bar in the middle, bar on the top. There's a whole bunch of templates, like I said. As the leads are coming in, they get saved into your system here as well, so that what these are extremely hot leads that you guys can go after. Even if you're an uncomfortable salesperson, you know that this person has already taken a free trial and they already understand what's happening. It won't hurt you to maybe send them an email if you don't want to call them and just say, hey, I noticed you took a free trial. Would you be interested in talking more? It's just a list of all the leads that are coming through. So the other thing is also the fact that this is an invoice and client manager. You can see the clients tab here, where it will actually allow you to take care of the billing, the auto rebilling for all your clients. So you'll be able to see how much money you're making. You'll be able to auto bill your clients. If they cancel, it'll auto bill their sites for you. It'll handle all the PayPal recurring and subscriptions for you. It absolutely is a full service customer management system, as well as doing the overlay in the 4 different ways. So we had the mini trial way, we had the overlay way, we had the skinning way, we had the YouTube way. So there's a lot that this could do for you. So what I want to show you guys next, that's about it for the whole.
I wanted to add
Yep.
one thing,
Sorry.
Dirk, if
Yep.
that's okay. So I'm not 100% sure if you did go over the assets, the concept of an asset, but if not, I just want to reiterate because it's really important. So one website can be one asset, but one asset is basically just one estate, one real estate, one property you can rent out to one customer. But the power of how we go about it is that you can create multiple assets from one website. So you can build out a website, say mrplumber.com/Texas/Dallas and then /Texas/Austin, and then rent out Austin and Dallas to different clients. So you can create multiple assets from one website. Assets is such a flexible and abstract term inside of the software. It can be anything you want it. The only thing you need to really understand is that one asset is rented out to one client. Assets can even be multiple pages from multiple URLs. So you can get as creative as you want there.
Yeah, the way I like to think of it is, guys, an asset is like a shopping cart, and you could put whatever you want in that shopping cart. Okay, and that's what your customer is going to buy. They're going to buy whatever's in the shopping cart. So for instance, like on this Cowtown Shoot Stop Pro, you could put the whole site in the shopping cart and sell the shopping cart to the client. Or you could put just the pages for the Altador suburb in that shopping cart and sell just that to the client as an asset. Okay, or you could put all the pages from Altador on this site and all the pages from Falcon Ridge on a completely different site into the shopping cart and sell that to the customer. So it's a very flexible system. An asset is just whatever you're putting in the shopping cart to sell to the user, and that's how assets work. That's what these are on the front page. Okay, these are all sites that we've been building and demoing out. All right. Now, is it possible to make money with all of this? Obviously, the big question on everybody's mind: can we make money? So we've been open now, selling this software for just over maybe 6 weeks, 5-6 weeks, something like that. Okay, and we collect our testimonials from our group. So we have a Facebook group. I'll even show it to you guys, of all our users. Okay, that come in here to help each other out, to share their stories. And this is me, Herc, and this is members actually making money. And this is what I want you guys to do with this, okay? I want you to be like these members. I want you guys to take action, okay? This was off a webinar comment. This guy sold 5 sites for $1,000 a piece. That was Andy. I thought I saw an Andy on this webinar. Maybe not. This is Chris Woot. He set up SERPtech on a domain that he planned on setting up for an SEO software, and he never went to it. He installed SERPtech on it, followed the OTS training. It's one of the videos that we give you guys, an over-the-shoulder build to show you exactly how to do it. And the next day he woke up, and it's not much in commissions, but it's $20 a month. He sold, he set it up in an affiliate manner so that you could sell like affiliate style stuff rather than going local. And I know for a fact that Chris has made a few more sales on that. Chris Peters was another guy. We had a contest for people to go out there, and the first people to go out and start renting these sites, we had a $200 contest, and he was one of the entries. He didn't end up winning, but Chris has his own business. So he just booked a job from his new site for $120. I think he's in the plumbing niche somewhere in the UK. So he's taking 3 days off to do loads of sites. No more money for 3 days and loads of jobs. So he's using it for his own business, which is a really awesome thing to do. If you guys have your own businesses out there and you want a quick way to get leads, then you can use it that way. This is Jeremiah. He's been one of our bigger stars. So he struggled a little bit at first with building, and then I think it took him like 2 or 3 days, and he built his 3rd or 4th site, and then he absolutely hit it with the rankings, and he got on a call and he sold a site for $1,000 a month. Okay, and then he also put in a stipend in that contract that says that they'll agree to pay an additional $95 to $9.95 per month per city, depending on the size of the population. So he was able to do a profit in his first month. Here's Olivier. What was he? He sold a site for, he's got a deal pending for between $1,800 and $2,000 per month. Okay, these are all within the first 30 days. Here's Raphael.
I wanted to show that, like what he says, he had never had such an easy sales call in his life. I think that's one to reiterate as well.
Oh yeah, down here. Never had such an easy sales conversation. Well, that's kind of what I was talking about, guys, about USP, unique selling proposition. It's very easy to sell something that's so impressive with so many results. You're not selling promises, you're selling results. That's what makes the sales process so much easier. I'll just get through these quick, guys, because I know you guys want to see the price. So Raf, okay, I'm just going to get through these quick. $2,500 he sold a site for, and a $500 per month contract for a year, working on 2 more sites. Rob Gordon, he got a job for $12,000 a year, so it's pounds. 1,000 pounds a month he sold a site for. So you can see, guys, here's Jeremiah earnings report too. He's a superstar. He rented this one out for $2,500 a month and a whole bunch more. So the money is there to be made, okay? The money is there to be made with these tools. It's always about, number 1, go get the rankings. Number 2, how do you monetize the rankings? You use local supremacy. This is a 2 software package, guys. Each software on its own is absolutely brilliant, okay? There's a team behind these softwares of 4 guys, myself, Todd, Jason, who developed SERPtech, and Steven, who developed local supremacy. All 4 of us are SEOs. We know what we're doing in this industry. We all have a huge SEO background. There's probably 80 years of SEO experience among the 4 of us, and 3 of those guys happen to be coders, so they can take the knowledge they have from SEO and actually build really amazing software. So you know you got a good team. The other thing, guys, is this isn't just some software that we're putting on the market to sell it today to make a quick buck and leave tomorrow. That's not who we are. We're building a full business. We've been around for a while. We're not going anywhere. Our software is already developing future updates, all kinds of good stuff. So that's going to be all I'm going to say about that, guys. We are here. We are staying here. We have people making money, and we want you guys to do the same thing. So give me a 1 if you are going to buy this software. Awesome. Okay, so let's do this. Let's show you guys how this is going to work, okay? Do you guys want to drop, does one of you guys want to drop the sales link into the chat box for the people, please?
Yeah, I got it.
Awesome, thank you. So when Todd drops that sales link, guys, this is the page that you're going to arrive on, okay? And let's break down this price for you. So you're going to get both software packages. You're going to get SERPtech and local supremacy, okay? And here's how it's going to work, guys. We're going to do, it's $997 for both softwares, but I believe Todd is going to give a coupon. Is that right?
Yes, I do have a coupon for you guys. So what we're going to do here is we're going to limit it a little bit for you fast action takers, and we're going to give $100 off to the first 25 that are on the call now that take action. So the coupon code is going to be, drum roll.
It's on the screen anyways.
Yes, it's right there. Yeah, that's exactly right. Oz 100 off is the coupon for the first 25.
So the fast action for 25. So let me get back to explain this part, guys. So what you're going to do is you're going to pay the $997 with a coupon. It'll bring it down to $897. That'll get you access to both softwares. Then you have to pick a package, guys, an asset and an install package, okay? We have 2 options here. One is $47 a month, and the other one is $97 a month. Neither of the, right now it'll only be the first month will be the $1. So you'll pay the $897 with the coupon and $1 for whatever package. It doesn't rebill until the next month. What these are for, okay, the $47 a month package is going to get you 250 installs of SERPtech, meaning you could put SERPtech on 250 domains, build 250 awesome domains, as well as give you 250 assets in local supremacy, which was kind of the analogy of the shopping cart. It'll allow you to choose out of your sites whatever you want to put in the shopping cart and sell to a customer as an asset. Okay, so like that Cowtown Shoots that I showed as $1,000 per month, for example, was an asset. The other option is to get the other package, which is $97. This is kind of our big grandfathered pricing. That will get you 5,000 installs of SERPtech and 5,000 assets. And if somebody comes to me and says, listen, I've used up all 5,000 installs and 5,000 assets, I will give you 5,000 more because I'll be so happy for you, because if you use that many, I know you're just absolutely killing it. So get this front end package, guys. Once you're done that, use the coupon. It'll take you to the registration page to start setting up. You fill in your username and details, and then you choose the package. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? We have two payment options, PayPal or Stripe. If you want to use PayPal, you can click on the PayPal button. If you prefer to use Stripe, use payment option 2. Now, the one more thing, you're also going to get a choice of a bonus. Okay, we've done like a 3 a la carte bonus. Okay, you can choose one of 3 bonuses, and I'll kind of go over these bonuses. Number 1 is an 8-week rank and rent training. So before we had tools like SERPtech, Todd and I used to teach how to rank sites number 1 in Google. Okay, so like Spray Foam Insulation Edmonton is a site that we taught in this course, and how we're ranking above maps, how we're ranking with star ratings. This is my site right here. Okay, so we taught from A to Z how we chose the niche, how we do the SEO, how we set up the links, how we set up the stars, how we build the backlinks to it. It's literally an 8-week course of how we were able to take this site from nowhere to number 1 in Google with all that stuff. So if you don't know much about SEO, if you're not really a great SEO and you want a really good course to teach you the core concepts, the fundamentals of local SEO, this is a great bonus to use. Okay. The next bonus that you can choose, if you wish, is 150 keyword supremacy credits. What keyword supremacy is a keyword research tool developed by Todd and myself, and it will help you to go find the keywords, because you guys noticed when I did that build, I had to put in a list of keywords, right? So where do we find these keywords? How do we find the data for the keywords? Keyword supremacy is a tool that'll help you do it, but the nice thing about keyword supremacy, the big different thing is it does local keyword research like no other tool does, and it's not one of those tools where they charge you every single month for stuff, whether you're using it or not. It's based on credits, so kind of like a coin-operated machine. Every time you do a keyword research, you put in a coin, and you get your credits, and you use a credit, and you get your information, okay? And those coins never expire. These credits never expire. So if you use it once this month, and you use it 100 times next month, it doesn't matter how you use it. It's based on credits. The third option for your bonus, guys, is a 5-site license of Project Supremacy. This is the first software product that Todd and I put out. It is an SEO plugin, but it does schema. And schema is the thing that is responsible for helping you get these stars and these ratings in Google. It's called Aggregate Rating, and it's built on schema. Okay, this plugin will do the SEO for you as well as build schema for you, so you can get a 10-site license to that as well. So that's an a la carte bonus that's added for all buyers. After you purchase, you'll be able to choose the bonus that you want. Okay. Is there any questions? You guys got any questions about the software or anything like that? We'll be here. Absolutely.
Herc,
Yep.
I want to kind of go over a few things more, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so first I wanted to address a question that I have seen a few times about Googlebot. I think this was a while back, but somebody asked, does Googlebot not see these overlay or these skin changes, and is Google not going to be pissed about that? Well, no, like our software is the only software that kind of does this thing that is completely and utterly invisible to Google. So if Googlebot visits your website, it will only see the original content. So it will also only rank on the original content, and whatever overlay or changes you apply to your website, your asset, will not affect your rankings whatsoever. There is a video where I show you exactly what Google sees in the Google Webmasters. We don't really recommend you to go and connect your websites, your SERPtech builds with Google Webmasters or Google Analytics, but I've done it on one occasion just to show it to you guys, and I went into the Webmasters, did fetch as Google, and then actually you can see a rendering of the website exactly as Google sees it. And I show you there that Google only sees the original website. Yeah, that's exactly the video there that Herc is showing you right now on the screen. And what else? Oh yeah, even if Google wants to do a manual review, if they do it from their office, their main headquarter office, they will even not see it as well. So somebody always asks me, what about if somebody from Google checks your website from a different location? Yes, they will be able to see it in that kind of case, but the chances of that happening are incredibly small. And well, like as Herc has said many times, if it happens and you run into any problems, you just build a new website because that easy and that fast as well. But that said, it has never ever happened before that anybody had any problems with Google slapping your site because of local supremacy. And we have been operational for over about a year right now already. And we've got plenty of users in there, so that's something you should not have to worry about. And we'll always be on top of that as well. Then the second thing I wanted to address was I saw 2 or 3 people asking about how can we sell leads.
Hey, can I interrupt for 1 second and just can I demo
Sure.
what you said? Do you guys want to see a demo of Google? Yeah, because that is a really good point. Can Google see it? So I just want to give you guys, it's not as good of an example as the video that Steven did, but it still can help open your eyes. So here's cowtownshoots.pro, guys, and you can see it is overlaid. hercmagnus.com is overlaid on a mini trowel right now. You can see that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the URL of cowtownshoots.pro and we're going to look at it through Google's eyes, okay? So I'm putting it in here to a tool called Redirect Tracker. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the Googlebot, okay? Okay, here you can see SearchBot, Googlebot. This is the spider that comes and visits just sites. So and then we're going to click Analyze, okay? And congratulations, everything seems to be fine. The URL they're seeing is Cowtown Shoots. The status they're seeing is 200. And in the headers, I'll make this a lot bigger. You can see Google's seeing Cowtown Shoots, okay? And they're giving it a status 200, okay. They're not seeing Herc Magnus. The only ones that are seeing Herc Magnus are the visitors. Okay, so that's just a bit of an illustration for you guys to show that Steven's done an absolute wonderful job at building this software to really hide itself from Google. Sorry to interrupt there, Steven.
No worries, no worries. I kind of forgot you were going to show that as well, so that's good. So yeah, the second part is I saw a few questions about people asking about how about selling per lead, so the pay per lead business model. So this, what we've been showing you guys is the rank and rent business model, and then there's a second, I always call it the second level of SEO local lead generation, but the second level would be pay per lead. This is currently not available in the software just yet, but last week in the weekly training webinars we do for all of our members, I kind of lifted the curtains and shown all of our plans to actually include that in the software, where we're going to offer you a system that is automatically be able to catch the leads. So it will include the possibility for you to add like pop-ups to your website, lead gen forms, and just using basically our editor and putting that inside of your websites and catch the leads from it, and then also automatically and very importantly instantly deliver those leads, and including all the client management with contracts and all that kind of stuff. So in last week's webinar I kind of showed that off. We're now at the stage where we have the mock-ups, is basically the plans or how we're going to implement it exactly, and we're asking our members for feedback exactly, and obviously Todd as well. Todd has a lot of experience with lead gen, pay-per-lead, and we'll get that system perfectly and then start building it out. And this will be in a free update, so it's not gonna, we're not gonna ask you guys for more money or anything. This will be included with the software, but just you're gonna have to give me some time, me and my team actually some time to actually build this in, because it's obviously a huge update. And then there's one more thing, maybe her can show this as well. Somebody asked here, what kind of training do we get with this system? So Eric, if you can kind of go into the training section. The training section of local supremacy is huge. Like I mentioned before, we've been running this software for quite a while, and there's a ton of really specific training inside of the software. And this includes pitching to clients, onboarding clients. There's even YouTube ranking training there as well. And for all the different parts of the software, there are different small bite videos that kind of explain the concepts and what to do in there.
I always forget to unmute myself. I keep talking and then I forget that I'm muted. Yeah, so that's the training side for local supremacy, guys. All fully supported, fully trained. Same thing with SERPtech. Here's the SERPtech members area. Full training. You guys watched me in webinar 1 how I did that build. This is the same thing. So we have like installing, updating, WordPress settings. We have an OTS. Actually, let me get back to this OTS. This OTS build here, guys, is there we go. This OTS build is 2 hours in high-level detail of how I do keyword research, with the plugin settings, everything about all of that. Building a site absolutely right in front of you. OTS means over the shoulder, basically. So it's a 1 or 2 hour video of me doing all that, including keyword research and like critical level thinking about these sites and what to do. So it's a really great training video. Of course, we have all the training for setting up the site and the plugins and the building and the indexing, how to do all that. But we also, every single week, actually before this webinar, we were just on a training webinar. We have training webinars for SERPtech and local supremacy as well, where we come in and we teach you guys a whole bunch of different stuff. Jason had a great hour-long teaching today, so you can see we have these trainings weekly on Wednesdays to always support you guys, the 5th, the 12th, 19th. I missed one because I got sick, but we always come back and do another one. So we have like 2 hour trainings every week where you can come on and get awesome training, and we always host the replays inside of the members area so that you're fully supported and you can get tons of help on how to use the software and how to build and how to get fast results and get to the point where you guys are building sites and flipping them for money right away, because that is really our goal, guys. We want you to build a site within the first month and sell it to pay off your investment, and then the recurring part of what you guys make from renting these sites out is going to easily take care of your asset and your install packages. And that's really our goal, is to move you quickly from your investment into a profit situation. And that's why we have all the training. That's why we have the Facebook group. That's why we have everything that we do. Does anybody else have any questions? Okay.
Hey guys, let me check that coupon. Let me check that coupon real quick. I'll see if we're running out. Hold on, guys.
We get asked this a lot. There's another one. Can you use SERPtech to build affiliate style sites? Yes, you absolutely can. I'll show you guys an example of one if you want. Bitcoin for.sale, I believe it is. So I built a site called Bitcoin for.sale. Yeah, this one's crazy. You can see I have 16,200 results where I was basically targeting Bitcoin for sale. Oh, I guess I got a keyword, buy Bitcoin drugs online. That's not very good. I should have been more careful. But what I do is I overlay, I built 3 of these, and I overlay a page where it teaches people how to actually buy Bitcoin. This one's not on right now because I demo it, but I'm actually selling Bitcoin on my site, and I overlay my site onto this. So you can do affiliate style stuff. I also did one for weight loss pills where instead of using categories as cities and posts as suburbs of cities, I was using things like pills, powders, drinks, shakes, and then doing stuff like Garcinia Cambogia and stuff like that, and building affiliate style. So once you understand how the CSV build works, like the categories in the posts, it's basically just siloing, right? Once you guys really get a firm grasp on that, you can actually use these to build affiliate sites. And you guys also saw that, who was it in there? It was Chris, I believe. There's even a guy that's doing coupons for Uber, which I thought was pretty cool. He's doing, like you guys know, if you get your first ride with Uber, you can give a coupon and you actually make a commission. So you can do it that way. This guy's renting pay per lead. But yeah, there was another guy that was doing, I don't know what his affiliate sell, but he was going after recurring affiliate programs, which is really, really smart, and overlaying 2 landing pages, collecting email addresses, and then on the back end after the opt-in, he was sending them through the affiliate link. So that's a really smart way to build a list and promote an affiliate product at the same time. I know Jason has talked a lot about using this for launch jacking. For anyone that, you know, you could go to sites like muncheye.com, okay, and absolutely dominate launch jacks, which is kind of hilarious. So Muncheye is a list of all the software products that are about to launch, okay, and you can go through and make your categories the author, so like Simon Warner, Sam Baker, Neil Napier, and then just for your posts do like, so this one, Neil Napier, he's doing Sin Ranker. You'd want to have Neil Napier as a category, and then all of Neil Napier's products as your posts, and then use keywords like, you guys know the typical keywords for launch jacking is like bonus, review, scam, stuff like that. So you can actually set up really cool launch jacks as well, doing stuff like that. So great question. Yes, you can do it. It was designed for local, but it is absolutely flexible for affiliate as well. So great question. Thanks. Thanks, Joel.
All right, cool, guys. Listen, that I increased the number on that coupon. So for those of you that were getting it was expired, then go ahead and use it now. So we're going to go ahead and increase that so that make sure that no one gets left out who's on the call. You know, it wouldn't be fair. So I increased the number there, so it should be good to go. Somebody let me know if there's any problem with that.
What'd you increase it to?
10 more.
We have it to 35 now.
Yeah. And I just tested it myself, so seems to be functioning.
Okay, yeah.
Looks
DK
good. Thank you, DK. All right. Wow.
Mark, if you submitted a ticket yet, we'll get to you soon. Does anybody? Yeah, no problem. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you. Welcome in, DK. Welcome in, Joe. Thanks. Does anybody else have any questions? Does anybody, you know, you need a question answered? You want to buy something, but we haven't quite got to your question yet. There is quite a few in here that have gone by us, so we may not have seen them.
There's one question I'd like you to go over to, Herc, is about the training. We do have, number one, we do have weekly live training webinars every Wednesday around 4 p.m. Eastern. And we just did one today that was fantastic. Jason really brought the heat. Oh, you already opened this up. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of already. You're almost sorry. It's okay. You're probably helping out and checking those coupons on and didn't hear me, but
yeah, and I saw a question about training here, so maybe that's when you said it 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to mention live training as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sorry, repeating myself.
It never hurts.
Local Supremacy also has massive training in there too. So.
Is anybody still on the fence? If there are any doubts we can take away, just throw it into the chat right now, guys.
Yeah, and if you're having any issues at all, please do use this is our support desk, supremacy.freshdesk.com. That's to reach our team specifically. So if you're having those issues at all, submit a ticket there. We'll get back to you within hopefully tonight. Our support guy did get sick recently. We just found out, but that means you'll get support from either Todd or myself or Stephen or Jason.
DK, yes, of course, we'll always honor our 30-day guarantee.
And you know what? I like that point. Like, it is an investment, you guys. Like, I know that you guys are thinking, oh man, you know, there's some of you that are thinking, man, this is expensive stuff. And what I want to say about that, guys, is, like I said, there's people out there, and I'm sure you all know of them, that go and create tools, and they're excellent marketers. These guys are so pros at what they do. They go create a product, and they put these shiny sales pages on them, and they put all these results on them and shit like that, and they sell them for so cheap, you know, like $47. Those are, we kind of refer to them as trinkets, okay? They're trinket sellers. They're very small software programs. But what those guys do is they build those softwares, they sell massive volumes of them because that's what they're good at, is selling. But then what do? They leave that product and they move on to the next one and do the whole process again. The difference between guys like that and guys like us, and why they're 47 and why we're 997, is because we develop our products and we put them on the market, and then we continue to develop our products. We don't move. We're not like locusts, you know what I mean? We're going from product to product to product. We have a Supremacy line of products. I mean, since we've started developing software, we've never stopped supporting our products. We've never stopped updating our products and putting out better products. We don't sell gimmicks, guys. We sell real business tools. That's what these are. SERPlease took, I don't even know, 2-3 years to develop. SERPtech. The reason you're seeing SERPlease is because Stephen actually developed it as SERPlease, and then when Todd and I got involved, it fell under the Supremacy brand, which is now Local Supremacy, so I kind of got tied on my words there. But Jason's been developing for years with his tool. Stephen's been developing for years with his tool. We sell business tools, guys. We sell real tools that really work, and we don't just walk away on them. We continue to develop them. Like Steven said, he's developing the pay-per-lead system that anyone who buys these tools right now is going to get that upgrade for free. Okay, we support our products, we develop our products, and we continue to make them work. So hopefully that kind of calms your nerves a bit. Hayden's in. Welcome in, Hayden. Yeah, you know of Todd. Oh, that's awesome. DK says you know Todd's reputation. Todd's been around. Todd's a young fellow that's been around a long time.
Yeah, and one other thing, guys, like, so before I even started doing the planning for the pay-per-lead system, I obviously looked at the competition, because that's what a good product developer does first thing, looking at the competition. And there's now a good pay-per-lead systems that go lower than about, I think the lowest one was $170 a month priced, but that was a really crappy one, and the better ones go from $300 up to more than $1,000 a month. So the pay-per-lead upgrade that we'll be adding later is alone of that is huge value for your investment here.
Yeah, and you guys, anyone that gets in and buys it, you can actually log into your SERPtech training members area, and that webinar was on the 3rd, right? Or was it? Yeah, it was the 3rd.
Last week.
No, it was last week.
Wow. This webinar right here, guys, is a training webinar, and the first half of it was Steven showing you all the new shit that you're going to get as part of your purchase, that pay-per-lead system. So it's a really good webinar to watch once you're in. Welcome in. Thank you. So yeah, guys, that's it's really killer community that we got going on. You can see our group is extremely active. Tons of people being active in here, which brings up another point, guys. This software, we're only gonna let 1,000 people be active at one single time. Okay, meaning once we get to 1,000, we actually close the doors permanently, and then maybe once 100 leave, if they decide to leave, we'll let in 100 more. And the reason we're gonna do that is because we want to protect the method, because the method works. Okay, we've proven that to you, I think, beyond a shadow of a doubt. We were ranking that site live on the webinar, which means we're getting rankings on the first page in 8 minutes. Okay, I know we told you 24 hours, and we definitely lived up to our word of hundreds of first page rankings in 24 hours, but not only did we do that, we did it in 8 minutes. And the point is, we want to protect those methods for you, the buyer, as well as ourselves, the developers. The last thing we want is absolutely everybody using this system. So it's going to be a smaller community, guys, so it's going to protect that method as well for you. So don't think that we're going to go oversell the shit out of this and that in 3 weeks it's no longer going to work because we sold 400,000 copies of it on a big launch. It's not like that. It's definitely not like that. So that was a good question too.
Yeah, one more thing I wanted to mention. I'm sure this has been mentioned in the last webinar. I couldn't be there because I was traveling at the moment, but the foreign language opportunity with both of these softwares is so huge. I don't know if you guys know, but ranking in other languages than English is actually even easier than it is in English, because like the algorithms for Google for English are just way more advanced than they are for a lot of other languages. And there's less competition with other languages as well. So doing local for other languages, using SERPtech automated translation, and then using local supremacy, the opportunity there is freaking huge.
This is a good one. Page 1 in 24 hours for Calgary keywords. Bar mitzvah photographer, Calgary. 24 hours. That's the thing too, guys, is like, you know, we can get a lot of rankings obviously on page 1, you know, we targeting these suburbs with a lot of different keywords. Now, I know a lot of people say, but I want to rank for, you know, plastic surgery Los Angeles, right? And that's like wanting to rank for weight loss in the affiliate niche. Now, I'm not saying you can't do it, but what I'm saying you can do is rank for plastic surgery in all the suburbs around Los Angeles, okay, which will give you an immediate heads up on your competition. It'll give you immediate authority on your site with Google and relevance. Then what you can do to rank for the bigger, higher, harder keywords is what we've always done as SEOs, and build some backlinks to your site. That's always been the process, right, guys? We build a site, we target these certain amount of keywords, and we build our site, and then we build backlinks to rank. Well, the difference between the old way that I like to say of doing things and the new way now that we can do things is you come out of the gate like an absolute rocket with SERPtech. You are ranking for hundreds. You have something that's valuable already to sell, but if you want to make it even more valuable, just do what you've always done anyways, except you have a big head start now because you're already doing so well. Build a few backlinks, and you're gonna start ranking for the really bigger, harder keywords in the bigger cities. So there is a way to do that. This is just about getting you guys out of the gate with a really here. Look at birthday photographer Cochran. Just really fast. With a really fast start, okay? Band photography, there we go. There's one, band photography in Calgary. That's a city of 1.2 million people. And we're now number 15 out of the gate for band photography. I bet you build 1 or 2 links and I can get this up to the top 3. Along with how many other, what do you think is going to happen to all the other keywords as well? That's kind of the point. Right on, welcome in, Martin. Thanks, Rich. All right. Any last questions, everybody? I see there's still some people hanging on and around, and if you guys want to ask some questions, please feel free. We'll answer them. Otherwise, we will go get the replay ready for everybody else.
Yep. All right. Sounds good. Thanks.
Oz, is Oz still on? Any last words, Oz?
I believe so.
Hey, yeah, I am still on, watching you guys do your magic. Yeah, this is the perfect storm. So you use SERPtech to get the rankings in 8 minutes, you know, as unbelievable as that sounds, and then you monetize with local supremacy. There's nothing else to do, really. You don't need to create content. You don't need to build backlinks. All you need to do is buy a domain for, is it 8? How much is it you guys pay for your pro domain? 88 cents. Oh gosh, that is crazy. But I mean, even if you wanted to go for a .com, which would cost you $10, that's about the only expense, plus hosting as well. And then you're good to go. So this is like a complete business model in my eyes. So even for someone who doesn't have much SEO experience, if they get your bonus with the SEO training, then that's really all they need. I don't think they need anything else.
Yeah.
So this is complete, as good as it gets. So I just want to say thanks for taking the time out these 2 days of 3 hours of, you know, high quality training and eye-opening revelations, because I never knew that SEO was still this easy, and you guys have made me change my mind now. So really good stuff.
Yeah, Jason's done a really bang up job on his end, and Stephen as well, as with local. Yep,
yeah, well done to Jason and Stephen. Absolutely excellent software.
Awesome.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
No problems.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, guys, any last burning question? And if not, we will wrap this up. John B., support desk, supremacy.freshdesk.com.
You do have to sign up for that. It's not an open support desk. You do have to sign up and choose a password and confirm your email to submit tickets. We just had to do that for the amount of spam that was coming in. What IP are you using? I'm not sure what it means. I'm using hosting. It's called Supremacy Hosting. Funny enough. It's just tuned to work really well with this kind of stuff and Supremacy products.
Yeah, I'd like to definitely make a note of that. If once you guys are in and your host is giving you any kind of fits, we have seen strange errors on strange hosts that we can't control. We can only ask that you contact their support and allow them to help you out. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So what we've done is we've created Supremacy Hosting, which is basically just another brand for my data center in Dallas. I've been running hosting for since 1999, so know quite a bit about it. And so we've configured those servers to work perfectly with all of our products, so that you won't have any problems from a server standpoint of that nature. So just a tidbit of information there.
Yeah, send in that support ticket. If that doesn't work, you can also write to support at, what was it, support at Project Supremacy. Okay, for anyone that is trying to reach the Freshdesk and having any issues, I'm not sure why you'd have the issues. Check your spam folder if you're missing the email. You can also just email directly to support at Project Supremacy. So I'll just leave it at that, and we'll be in the support desk here for the next few hours.
Yeah, that's right. All right, guys. Well, I guess that's a wrap. Thank you for taking time out of your day to come and join us. We really, really appreciate it. Hope you got a lot of valuable information, whether you became a member or not. We just really hope that we helped you in some way, shape, or form to better your business, better your rankings, better your sales, better your knowledge in SEO as far as content, internal linkings, all those things that we kind of went over yesterday. So really hope we provided a lot of value for anyone and everyone. I want to thank you, Jason, for hanging out with us and asking and answering a lot of the questions in the chat box. Stephen, thank you for the powerful demonstration and the help along the way. Have fun in Peru. Herc, once again, thank you very much for rattling off all of the great insights into local supremacy and all the things that you do. And Oz, thank you so much for allowing us to present this to your peeps, and we will be in touch very soon.
Yeah, watch the Oilers game tonight.
Yeah, thank you guys. We are grateful and we do appreciate your time.
Thanks,
Alex. Good night,
right,
everyone.
bye-bye. Goodbye,
Good to have you on
everybody.
here.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.